Hi everyone, it's Gillian here from Rustic Journals. I'm back today with the gardening journal. So I've done some work on it off camera and I need to do some journaling cards and maybe some tags to fill up some of the pockets. So I've put little orange tab things in so that I know where I need to still add stuff to. Yeah, so we need something to fit into this tuck here on that signature. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we need something to fit in here. So just one on that one as well. Let's see where we are. Oh yeah, there's a little tuck spot in here. So I'll need to make like a thin tag or something to fit in there. And then something into this tuck here. Now this one seems to be the one that needs the most things. So we need something in here. Something to go into this side tuck here. Oh yeah, we've got that big pocket to fill. This pocket and this tuck type pocket. And I think that is it. I mean, obviously I won't have time to do all of those on camera today, but if we can get a few done, that will be good. Right, so I've looked out some bits and pieces. Oops, knocking things. Right, let's see. So, throwing away things. There we go. Right, so I've got this. I may as well just starting with this one. This was part of a Stampedia 12 by 12 scrapbook pad. So yeah, I thought this side would be best for decorating, and I've stuck on one of those gold sticker type things on there already, but we need to decorate this side. So I have got some bits and pieces that I've looked out, some fussy cuts and whatnot, so we'll just see how we go. Yeah, I've had this thing in my stash for ages, so I thought it'd be good to use up some stuff that I've had, and I've done some stamping on it already. So I thought we could stick that on here, and maybe use some of these leaves somehow. And then I fussy cut these tiny little gardening tools. So I thought they could go on here somehow. And this little gardening trowel, it's teeny tiny. I don't know how I managed to cut that out. Maybe on there. Oh. Or did I have it the other way around? Yeah, I think that was better. Yes. So something like that. And then there was some more gardening tools that I thought could go over the leaves like this. Maybe something like that. There's another leaf, but I don't know if that's maybe going to be too much. Let's see. What all did I have now? So I had these two. Oops, keep knocking that light. Oh yeah, I had this little gardening man as well. Maybe he could fit in somehow. about over. No, not over. Somebody is like revving up a motorbike somewhere out there. What a noise they're making. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, quite like that. Do I want that leaf in as well somehow? I do quite like that there, even though the leaf is like the size of the man. Right, okay. We'll start sticking down some of this anyway. Right, move those out to the side because I'm going to have to attach these two to each other before I stick them down. And I've completely ran out of glue stick, so I'm going to have to use art glitter for this. Oh, that's not a good start. Now, where was the glue on there? Yeah, okay. Was that it? Yeah, like that. Actually, now, if I am going to use this green leaf behind the man, we'll maybe need to put that in first though, won't we? Yeah, okay. So I hope everyone's doing well today. We have had a bit more sunshine this past couple of days, so that's always good. Now, yeah, we'll stick him down there. Just wondering, do I want to? Yeah, I think I'm going to just put a little bit of ink around him. I should have done that before I... Oh no, I can still get to his arm, that's okay. Right. Maybe I'll just pop a little bit of glue in there to hold that bit down as well. Right, let's see. Try and get this positioned properly. Yeah. And I've already inked around the edges of the card itself, so I don't need to do any of that. Now this is going to be a bit fiddly to stick down once I've got it glued. Right. Down a bit there. Yes. Now, yeah, I like that. Right, now for these leaves. Oh, goodness me. I think I cut these out of a flower type book at some point. I've had them for a while anyway. Finally remember to get some wipes. It just took forever to dry them all out. Okay. Yeah, I like that. It's quite cute having the spades over the top of the little, the big leaves. Little spade, big leaf. Now, face that one this way, I think. Oops. Now I've got glue on my thumb there. Oh dear. Oops. That wasn't meant to happen. Right, let's see if we can reattach this in the right place. Yeah, there we go. Now, there we go. Oops, got my mic. I quite like that. That'll fit into one of the pockets or tucks. Probably pockets actually, it's a bigger one that. Oh my word, I'm dropping everything today. Goodness me. Right. It's these sleeves, they knock over things. I'll maybe roll my sleeves up, that's probably a better idea. Right, there we go. Now, this is out of a vintage wildflower book. So what I was thinking with this is to put something over this bit because, yeah, there's no flowers or information about flowers on this page, whereas there is on here and here. And then, of course, that's the front bit. So what I thought was put a bit of plain type paper in here to make a journaling spot and then just decorate it a little bit. Yeah. I'll just ink around the edges of this as well. And then that will fit into a tuck spot or a pocket. Now, I was trying to have a think earlier today about the front cover for this journal, making a journal topper or something, so I've looked out a few bits and pieces and had a bit of a play around, so hopefully we'll get that done soon. That's straight enough. I guess at least if I'm using this art glitter glue, I'm not having to wait long for things to dry, so that's good. Now, is that corner stuck down proper? I don't think it is. No, it's not. There we go. Now, what do I have? I've got this and we've got this. I think these figures were from a freebie from Rachel and Bella Crafts. Got this and this. What else have we got? And this as well. She's cute, little girl with the flowers. I like that, but it covers up a bit too much of the journal spot. How about you? Yeah, I quite like this one. It matches quite well. The colour of her dress and whatnot blends in quite well with this paper here, so we'll go with you. There we are. So my hands are not covered in so much scratches on this video. The puppy's getting a bit bigger now and not quite so boisterous. He's been really easy to train actually. He's a clever wee thing. Right, I like that. Now the front bit here, I don't want to cover up the title of the book and whatnot. I like that wee girl. I want her on somewhere. No. What about this yellow? Because she's got yellow flowers, hasn't she? What about popping that there? And then she could go in front of it. Well, that's cute. I like that now. No, that's too much. No, I like the girl. We'll go with that. Right. Now it was about here, I think, wasn't it? Yep. Okay. And then I've got this one. You there like that. Yeah, that's really cute. I don't really think it needs anything else, to be honest. I really like that, the way it is. But hang on, I don't think that bit there's stuck down right though. Yeah, that's cute. And then the journal spot inside, and then the flower bits. Yeah, like that. Right, that's 2 down. We're doing quite well. And then I've got this, and I mean, it could just go in as it is, but you know, it's backed onto coffee dyed paper, but I don't know, it just seems too much empty space here. So let's see what we've got over here left. Still got the flower fussy cuts as well. That's a bit big actually. It's the right colour, but let's see, words and netting. I like that on top of the netting, but maybe down there. Oh yeah, and I was going to make a tab thing up here using some of this as well. What else do I have lurking about? I mean, that would be too much on there, wouldn't it? Yeah, definitely. I don't think that's the right colour. No. I wonder if I try and cut this down a little bit, because the colours are a good match. Let's see. Feel free to fast forward this cutting bit. I've got bits of glue and everything stuck to me. One of these days I will make a video where I don't moan about glue sticking to my fingers. Now, I'm just going to chop that bit there off. I don't really need that, and it is bulking it up a bit, so now maybe keep that leaf there though, because they are pretty. Then keep that one. Okay. And then, do I need that one? Let's see how it looks with it, and if it's too much I can get rid of that one as well. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot better. Yes, I'm glad I did that now. Just going to get rid of these little faffy bits. Now I wonder if I could put this over the bottom of here. Oh yeah, I do like that now. That's really pretty. Yeah, and I'm not going to ink it because I think that will actually spoil it. Right. Now, about here I think, wasn't it? Okay, and then I think I'm going to use Fabri-Tac, although it is just netting it, and the art glitter probably would be enough, but just in case. Now I've had this sitting on its side, so I'm hoping it's going to come out quicker. I think there's something stopping it actually, is there? Hang on. Okay, I spoke too soon. mean, I'm down to pretty much the last on this bottle. Okay, netting on, and then the word next. Now, nurture seemed like a good word to put on with this card. Right, there we are. That's really pretty actually. And that's gone on a bit squint, which I didn't mean to do, but I think I like it like that. Right. The only thing is, now that I've put this flower on, I don't know if this shade of blue is going to look right on here, and it doesn't, you know. It matched well before because of the inking around the edges in this little watering can here, but because that flower's taken up quite a big space, I just don't think that looks right. So I'm going to put that to the side, and let me see if I can find something else that might go better. Yeah, that probably would. Let's snip a bit of this off. And then we'll make a tab. And I want this on as well. I'll maybe have to cut it down a little bit. Actually, I prefer that over there maybe. And then fold it over. It's just a bit too big, isn't it? Okay. Maybe like that, we'll see. How does it look with the netting over the top? I was going to put that over the top of that other bluey colour just to dull it down a little bit, but no. Not sure if I want to add this at all. Unless we have it kind of like this. Right, just stay. And then maybe just a little bit along the front there. I wonder if I take that off there, and then we'll have a bit of the flower. Right. I'm going to staple this on. And then that there, yeah, that's better. Just let me find my stapler. Should be in here somewhere. Here we go. There. Yeah, that's nice. I like that now. Is that? It hasn't stapled proper through there. I'll maybe just use a bit of glue. I wanted to use the staple more just for some extra dimension rather than anything else. There we go. Is that? Yeah, that's fine there. Right, that's 3 then. Now, this is the other thing that I was going to do today. I think the first person that I saw doing it was Denise from Denise Junk Journals UK. And then Tanya from Tatty Treasure, she also did one after that. And now I'm going to join in because I just want I mean, I couldn't think of anything else to use these 3 pretty cards for, and I did want them in the journal somewhere. The only difference between my one and their ones is they had a bigger one, a medium one, and then a smaller one. But mine are all kind of the same size. And then I'm not sure what Denise used in between each. I think Tanya used fabric or lace, one of the two, I can't remember. You know, just to attach the 3 of them. And then once they're attached, they'll fold up like this, and then this one down like this, and then pull out into a long bit like that, and then you can journal on the back or whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm going to attempt to do with this, little bits, just to use them up. I think we'll go on the front with this first bit of lace. Right. So that goes on like that, and then you leave a gap between the 2 cards, and I'm going to glue that onto the back of this card. Oh, just make sure I've got enough glue there. In fact, no, I'm going to need a little bit more, I think, just down there. So that would go on there like that. And then the same again for this one. Back of this one. Here we are at the end now, aren't we? Come on, you just need to work a little bit more. There is still some there, but not very much. Come on. There we go. Okay. So that was going to go, yes, on the back like this. Oops. That's sticking to my fingers. Now, so yeah, it would just go like this and then fold up and then back round like that, but I won't do that properly just now until it's dry. And then I thought I could attach this on here, and then that's how I will stick it onto the journal. I'm just going to make it a little bit shorter though. I don't think it needs to be that big. I think I'll glue that behind as well, just so that the title bit doesn't get covered up, because that's going to be obviously the first card on the thing. Am I going to get any more out of this, am I? Oh yeah, I am. Perfect. Now what would be the front bit? I think I like that bit. That's the front. Okay. And there we have it. Job done. So, we've made that cute little thing, and this one, and then this little thing, and this journal card. And then this bit can be the bit that gets written on. Now, one thing that I saw somebody do on a video, and I thought it was so cool, and they did it with a brad and an eyelet, and I'm going to use this for the closure. You maybe have already seen this, but just in case you haven't, I'm going to just I'm not going to do it just like attach it just now, but just to show you. I need to get a brad out as well. Right, is that going to fit through there though? Yeah, well, so you get an eyelet thing and a brad, and then what you do is you have the brad like this way up, and you feed the legs through the brad like this. So you've got like that kind of thing, and then you would make a hole in your cover, feed the legs through the cover, so that you've got this kind of like handle type thing. There is a name for these, like the proper ones, because you can buy these things. Tim Holtz has them, but this was like a homemade version of it. And then you would just put like elastic or whatever on at the back, and then wrap it round and hook it onto here. So yeah, that was a really good idea, I thought. So I may well do that as a closure for this journal. I haven't quite decided yet, but I just thought I would share that with you in case anybody wanted to use that for any of their journals. Right, well, that's us for today. I think the next video I do will be one for Caroline's design team, Caroline's Musings. I think I'll work on one of those kits, and then the one after that will be Tatty Treasure's Alice one. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.